about 3D printing, different figure collectible releases. Said that backwards, but whatever. Pop culture type of stuff, and eventually Genesis, Phil Collins, and Ghost make their way into the mix somehow. Because
listen, Genesis.
Some people only like 3 things.
I like 4 things.
I know.
Ghostbusters.
I forgot Ghostbusters.
5 things. Cheesesteaks.
So what would if someone in the band Ghosts were to cause them to break apart? Would you call him the 5th Ghostbuster?
Yeah. Yep.
Get it?
I was already going to do that, but nobody laughs at it. I want to dress up like a Ghostbuster, but have the face paint and I'd be a Ghostbuster. I think that's a hell of a thing. Pete
told me to sit on the floor before because I have a personal vendetta against using apps on my phone because they're dumb.
No, I mean, that you don't buy a phone use apps on.
I messaged on an app saying "fuck apps."
he's using old filament. And he's like, I don't know why they're stringing. The world's crazy right now. I have to update firmware and have to use an app to do it. I don't want to do any of that.
The integrity of my filament is degrading because of the integrity of the U.S. government. Anyway, speaking of lack of integrity, fucking UPS still hasn't resolved my lost package thing. So there's over $400 plus package. I'm still waiting for resolution on. Thanks, guys. You're fucking awesome, and I hate you. Sorry,
so UPS or USPS?
What? UPS. What can Brown do for me? Find my package, or just give it to me. But
they're not helping right now
because that package got lost. I did end up having to pick this guy up. I bumped through eBay directly through Good Smile, and it's so good. This is the Figma 𝗖ście𝗽𝗆𝗆𝗿, and it's amazing. This is exactly what I want in an 𝗖ście𝗽𝗆𝗆𝗆 figure. The one downside is that the plasma cutter, the tip doesn't actually rotate like it does in the game. This really wouldn't have been that hard to do, I don't think, because the whole premise to fighting enemies in the game is to shoot off their limbs, or with this thing to cut them off at a distance because it fires out 3 long projectile, a wide projectile, but the gun flips orientation so that you could cut up vertically or horizontally depending on if you want to cut off their leg or an arm or whatever. That's the one downside of this figure. I mean, there are a few other nitpicks I could go for, like Figma joints and how visible they are. Like the back of the legs are that's what Figma does, though. But
for all of us people who used to play video games, could you explain who 𝗖ście𝗽𝗆𝗆𝗆 is?
So 𝗖ście𝗽𝗽𝗆𝗆 is from Dead Space.
Okay.
He's the protagonist of all 3 games. The third one introduces another character, and the third one is not very good, but I do need to replay it to see if my opinion changes at all. The first one was much more survival horror. Second one was much more action, and then the third one was bummer. But I saw someone actually make the comparison of Dead Space is Alien, and then Dead Space 2 was Aliens, and that's pretty spot on, in all honesty. Because Dead Space 2 still has spooky moments, but it really is more so about just awesome fighting.
Before we get to
answers, triple the fun.
Yeah, I pressed the wrong button, so it answered from everyone. Before we start, I just want to point out we have a viewer, first-time viewer of the podcast, Jen Pants, on Twitch, which is one of my favorite screen names, but I've known Jen since like preteens. Went to school together, graduated together.
Used to bop the Ace of Base together.
In my youth. But she just asked, is that all Ghostbusters back there? No, but it's mostly Ghostbusters.
95% yes.
95%, and then Star Trek. More Ghostbusters there. So
That beautiful Machado Moses arcade cabinet.
That beautiful Ghostbusters cabinet right there, and more Ghostbusters.
I don't even see the cabinet.
Oh, dog. I feel like this is an exhibit meme. Like,
Right there.
Yo, dog, I heard you like ghosts. So I put ghost on top of ghost on top of ghost.
Yeah, I put ghost and ghost. Oh, and I just, for those who don't know, and I wasn't going to bring it up until Matt made a joke about it, there is another Ghost Funko coming.
There's another what?
Ghost Funko coming to add to that collection.
Oh, whoa, gotcha.
Yeah, so I'm very excited about that.
Is that Tiberius Rex?
No, not the new one. It's just Papa 4 in his Encore jacket, the green sparkly jacket. I'm very happy about. I was like, yeah, they got me again. Darn.
So, I don't know if you guys have gotten anything cool in the mail lately. I know it's been a while since I've been on, actually, because last week I had a thing.
Yes, I did. The new Ghost comic book came.
I was looking for Absolute Batman in the comic shop not too far from me. Well, far. But they only had episodes. They only had issues 4, 5, and maybe 6. I wanted to start it I wanted to start it fresh, but I'm gonna have to hunt those down or just wait till the trade comes out.
That's all. Oh, thank you, Entertainment Earth. I've only gone to your website 80 times. You're still asking me for 10% off.
We're trying to help you out. Stop complaining.
I mean, I have deals saved in this browser, not with Honey, because Honey is terrible.
Deals.
It's not a complaint. Dan is just pointing it out. It just sounds like a complaint.
Yeah, I also want to point out, Pete, I'm just pointing shit out. I'm not complaining. There's no qualifying word in my chat that says, look at this guy. It's me just showing you.
It's the tone.
You're like,
it's sunny outside.
Dan, every message you send has a tone to it. Just like every message that Pete has a tone to it. Everything I read from Pete is snarky, dick.
Snarky?
Yes.
Dickish and
dickish,
like, yes.
Yeah, well, maybe you should fucking wear your pants on your head backwards next time, idiot. That's like everything I read from you.
Like, you said everything. So I'm like, hey, Matt, what are you up to?
Yeah, it's like,
hey Matt, what are you up to?
It's I don't know, every Jen Pants has my brain obsessed with pants right now, so that's why everything is associated with legwear. But yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know. And then everything Dan has is what is like Don.
That's not, but it's not. I'm just loud.
My brain just does that automatically.
No, Pete gave me this whole private thing about not complaining. I'm like, I'm just pointing out that I have a dickhead that doesn't have a life making fun of me. I don't know.
Oh, because I sent him a video that there's proven
that.
Russian bots that are like leaving pro-Trump comments on like a lot of like social media things. And somebody had found a way to like hack it by like talking back to it in a particular way, and it started responding.
So what was great was there was a video where they didn't pay the bot.
Yeah.
It was just like all the code for the bot. Basically,
that's awesome.
It's a really weird way to do it, but it's also kind of great and means you keep paying them. Otherwise, you're exposed. Like, so good.
I have Fen, Shep, and Garrus because, of course, I do. Don't judge me. We don't judge you.
Which ones though? Of the Funko or the Dark Horse little?
I think she means Funko.
Statues?
I think she means Funko.
I got Alex doesn't watch this, but like for Christmas, and I still haven't shipped him. I got him a Garrus Vakarian Dark Horse little statuette. Yeah, both nice.
Oh, nice.
I kind of wanted them, but I was like, no, enough stuff, because like I saw they were doing Legion and all these other characters from Mass Effect. Pete, when you eventually like do start playing games again, you need to play Mass Effect.
Video games.
Yeah. I've been playing so much Helldivers lately, and it's so good. But back to my original question. I did get some stuff. I recently got my Mayfex Black Adam in. I mean, Biker Gomez.
Did you watch the movie?
What?
Did you watch Black Adam?
Yeah, I liked it.
Did you? It was like probably the only good movie. Like it was very like by the numbers, but it worked.
I went in with no expectations or bad expectations. I was like, yeah, this movie is fun. The worst part about it was the stupid fucking teenager. But like that's typical. Teenagers and children ruin most things. Like Deadpool 2, fucking kid.
Like playing video games.
I'm gonna break this over his fucking head.
Sorry, kids,
really
I love you.
I mean, the Flyers mug. I don't
Why?
know. Can I?
Why?
Well, they suck anyway.
Why?
Why not? Why? Why not?
Oh, I thought there was a reason.
Well, because of what he says about video games. I'm gonna smash him.
He just doesn't get a chance to because he has two little ones.
I haven't seen it because they have spoiler alert. Superman Henry Cavill shows up at the end, and then they were like, "No more." And then I was like, "Well, fuck, I don't care then."
Well, you need to get over that shit.
I know you need to lick my statue.
That's a weird comment from you, Dan, because like usually you watch movies for the enjoyment of the movie. So that's a
I know, but I was so invested. I really like
anti-Dan of you.
I was not anti-Dan. That's a tough one.
Yeah, that was very
I don't like spank it every time Zack Snyder speaks, like some Zack Snyder fans.
No,
but I loved the established universe and I wanted to see it through. And then they were like, "No, we're just kidding. But here's these other two movies." So I was like, I'll see him eventually.
Yeah, like I've definitely come out probably very pro Zack Snyder in a lot of my rants, but like Zack Snyder is also very problematic. I mean, there was someone else on Instagram who was saying it, and it's super true, but you shouldn't need to do a director's cut of everything you release for people to like it. I mean,
hold on. Wait.
The studio has a lot of say.
Yeah, but I don't subscribe to that because I understand what you're saying. And I sound like I'm just smacking you down, but like, I don't mean it like that. There's a lot of studios that have way too much to say, i.e. Warner Brothers, i.e. Sony.
In response to myself, actually, I can only think of two instances where that was necessary, and that's because Watchmen, the director's cut, is better than the original, which is also really good.
Blade Runner.
And then, there was another one.
Halloween 2.
Rob Zombie
I'm talking about Zack Snyder specifically. I can't think of the other one. It dropped out of my brain.
Batman versus Superman.
Okay.
I loved that director's cut. And I liked the original theatrical, but the director's cut came out. I'm like,
wait, wasn't the only? What was the difference?
There's like a half hour more, dude.
Is it a half hour? I thought it was a 3-minute scene at Star Labs.
No, there's a bunch. There's like little things extended here. It's very much like Blade Runner. There's a whole like C plot removed that you're referencing, and then a bunch of little things here and there that were like, why did you take that minute out of this scene? Oh, because Warner Brothers said so. Ghostbusters outside of Zack Snyder. Ghostbusters Answer the Call. The theatrical cut minus the dance number is amazing versus the theatrical.
Yeah. You said it backwards, but yeah.
I don't think I saw the director's cut. I think I'm intrigued by it because I didn't think the theatrical cut was that bad to start out with. So
there's more Kate in it too.
That movie's hilarious. Like it's not a great Ghostbusters movie, but it's a really good comedy. It's more of a comedy than a Ghostbusters movie, dude. They changed the whole approach to ghostbusting. They're killing the ghosts. They're not.
I only disagree because this is a whole other.
Wait. Before you jump in, it'll be quick.
No,
as somebody who's not invested in Ghostbusters like you, I liked it.
Oh, I like it. It's very funny. I shouldn't say it's not good as a Ghostbusters movie. I'm retracting that.
Good as a good Ghostbusters movie.
It just breaks the format that I was used to, and everyone else expected and wanted, and that's why like Afterlife and Frozen Empire were more successful than that. Even though people love to just dog on Frozen Empire and fucking anything that's put out anymore. Captain America 4 was so bad. Stop fucking creating content.
Not bad.
Stop creating clickbait saying things are bombing just to fucking make content.
Yes, because every single movie
fake negative clickbait.
9 out of 10 movies since COVID have had a almost 50 to 60% drops week 2. Period. Number one. Number two, I like Ghostbusters. The original Ghostbusters was better writing. I mean, you can't fucking beat Aykroyd and Ramis in that world. You can't. But where Paul Feig changed it up with, his movie was scarier and more disgusting. There was more gross out moments in that, which I appreciated. The slime just flowing out of her, the ghost not jump scares like you would think jump scares, where the ghost being
screamed
violent. Yes.
Screamed.
Yes. The ghost being violent instead of just kind of being there. And my hold on, ADD, I got it though. I understand what you're saying about how it broke the Ghostbusters mold, but then everybody still did complain about how it was a remake anyway, so he had to kind of break it. So I get why he broke it. But like back on track, so I don't do the usual thing. Blade Runner, the final, there's 4 cuts of that movie. That final director's cut, there's an hour, huh?
I still haven't seen Blade Runner.
I can only encourage you, man. It's
there's a lot of movies that I'm like, I don't want to just sit down and watch a movie.
Better than Children of Men. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. There's an hour in the documentary alone explaining the studio fucking with him the whole time. Mm-hmm. That's how much the studio fucks with that movie. And then the final cut comes out. You're like, oh, this is great. There's a whole version of the movie with the Harrison Ford voiceover, which sounds so bad because both Harrison Ford and Ridley Scott are both like, this is stupid. We don't want to do this. And you hear on the recording, you sure you want me to say this? Yeah, they want it. Oh, it was such a bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. But yes, I think studios have way too much to say. I know it's their money, but there's at a certain point you got to go, maybe we should just keep our hands off this. Watchmen being a good example.
Yeah, I don't know.
What were we talking about?
We digressed hardcore. Basically,
here.
I was just saying that I wasn't a huge diehard fan of Zack Snyder. I just think that he's done some good things, but like some of the stuff's problematic. Like, I don't know, Sucker Punch.
No, I haven't. Well, here, keep it in the movie. I think there's going to be a live action Last Ronin movie, and I'm sure Pete's excited about that.
I think Pete might be skeptical at best. I don't know how familiar Pete is with Last Ronin, but I also know that Pete has been only so satisfied with any live action past the original Turtles. I think it really depends who's behind it. Like, that's going to be a huge factor.
Pete?
All of that. I read I have the actual book over here for The Last Ronin. I read it. It's a decent story. Very bloody, very revenge oriented. Wasn't a big fan about how it ended on that little cliffhanger, which made it run into The Last Ronin 2, but whatever. If they do it, I feel like they should just close the loop or make it like a 2-part movie, but don't try to franchise this out.
Franchise. That's all anyone does anymore, dude, is franchises. It sucks.
But they already have the Turtles license, and they're already doing fine with Seth Rogen's Turtles. So just keep that. And then just make this like maybe a 2-part movie.
Yeah, I was sidebarring with Jen Pants about 40K.
Oh, the 40K. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's down to clarify for those who don't know. That's a story where they're all dead except for Mike, right?
Yeah.
That's a bit of a spoiler, actually.
That's a little bit of a spoiler.
Oh, that's how. When it was released, that's what I was told the synopsis was.
Well, he spoiled it for you in their synopsis.
Oh, great!
Yeah, no, like throughout the whole thing, he has
spoiler alert, guys.
he has all of their weapons, and that's part of that.
Oh, that's right. I spoiled Mikey. I'm sorry. You don't know which one's alive. Well,
That's okay. The book is like 3 years old now, right?
I mean, yeah, it's
3
been
years.
out. We've mentioned it on the podcast before, so like you're fine.
I forgot how that was. Yeah, but still, sorry, y'all.
It's all good. I'm interested. It's live action, so I feel like the most expensive part is going to have all 4 turtles if they do anything CGI related, which is the bigger scene in the book, kind of that initial attack on how the turtles got disbanded in the first place. It's going to be tough, man. Like the whole thing takes place in like a dystopian, neo-futuristic, like a encampment.
Like Blade Runner.
Kind of like Blade Runner. So if they're trying to keep it under a budget, I don't know. Good luck.
Yeah, there's a lot of different creative decisions and then studio decisions that are going to be large determining factors on how well this actually turns out.
And then what rating? They said R rating?
Yeah, they're going for an R rating because of the super violence.
That'll work.
Yeah, Misty, yes, like Tears of the Rain. Then
but
Jen,
also, Jen
live action. Go ahead,
so
Matt.
correct. Heavy use of CGI shouldn't really qualify as live action.
When they say live action, I'm thinking the turtles are going to be in suits, right? So the environment might be CGI to an extent to help.
But like, I don't know. I feel like there is a balance because
Mandalorian's live action, right? I would say it.
Transformers are live action. Those movies are live action.
Afterlife and Frozen Empire. Garaka is mostly live action puppetry.
Practical effects. Yep.
The Terror Dog in Afterlife fits right in, but it is not one of that is CGI when he's chasing him. Well, I mean when he's chasing him, but interacting in the scene, it is all practical puppetry, like old school. Like please, for God's sakes.
What's funny is I wanted this stupid action movie yesterday because I've been working on like a model in Blender, and I put on the movie Battleship, and it's supposed to be like an homage to the board game, but
is Rihanna in it?
What? Yes. Yes. Dude, I wanted a mindless action movie, and I was like, that's
Rihanna and the guy from True Blood.
Taylor Kitsch? Oh no, Taylor Kitsch is
the other Skarsgård.
Gambit, yes.
Bill? No. Peter.
Donald?
Who is he in?
Floor Matt Skarsgård.
Gregory?
Fred.
Armisen.
Yeah, exactly. Battleship is a good bad movie. It's stupid. It takes half an hour to start as if I give a shit about Taylor Kitsch's character. But like after that, like it's just a stupid fucking alien movie. Like it's mindless. It was exactly what I wanted it to be though. It was just a stupid fucking action sci-fi.
Do they do the thing? Just tell me that they do the thing.
So
yes,
the aliens are not visible on the ship's radar, and apparently the aliens have no way to track the battleships, like the human ships. So what they do is they use water displacement buoys in a grid to find out where the ships are. So like when the enemy ship moves to a specific area, they have like a threshold that monitors that displacement. So then they launch at that grid location, like Tango 41. So they launch the rockets there, and then they either hit it or they miss it. They do figure out a way to incorporate a grid-based battle system. And what else is kind of funny is, one, this will get pulled now, and two,
nothing got pulled. There's been no hits.
The other thing that's funny is in the beginning when they're first making contact with the aliens, they honk their horn, and then the aliens like do the equivalent, but it's like deafening. So like there's actually like a turn-based sequence of attacking in the very first confrontation, which is kind of funny. Also, I don't understand how these ships work because they like bounce on the water and stay up top. What's up?
When they sink one, do they say we got their battleship or we sunk their battleship?
No, but so at one point their destroyer gets taken out. So they're like, oh, we got a ship. It's like, we got a battleship, because they take the USS Missouri.
E11, yes.
Yeah, yeah. It's a mindless movie, but it's entertaining.
I like that he said it's mindless, but he was like, I don't know how those ships work and how they float. They come up and they float.
Well,
mindless.
The alien ships leapfrog on top of the water. Like
I know.
It's physically impossible what they're doing, but
I saw this once and forgot all about this.
That's the other thing that's really stupid is the quote unquote hot chick in the movie. I forget her name.
Rihanna.
But what? Not Rihanna. Rihanna's like the other hot chick, but
she's the only girl in the world, man. What are you doing?
Brooklyn Decker is Taylor Kitsch's love interest. And in the very beginning, like they're at some dive bar and Brooklyn Decker walks in and she's like, I want a chicken burrito. I'm like, who the fuck wrote this movie? Like, it's there's no context for you to understand why that's weird, but like it's like a kind of a shithole bar. And she walks in and she's like, I want a chicken burrito. And the guy closes the microwave and he says, kitchen's closed. Fuck. Like
I sunk.
Oh my God.
I sunk your hunger ship.
Nah.
I don't know.
That was about Deadpool. No, I'm kidding.
Nice.
So yeah, back to things I recently acquired. Weird purchase for me was this. Not Little Armory, but basically like some Asian girl with like guns and shit. I forget why. Oh, I got this because it's Hasuki. And I have a couple other Hasuki things on pre-order, and one I need to go to 5K Toys and actually pre-order. But I was like, yeah, I'll get this because she has some cool guns and whatever. And then yesterday, Tangerine arrived.
Oh, nice.
This figure is actually really cool. Very glad that I got it. Did you get this one or passed?
I passed.
A lot of lineup. What?
I was going to say the recent Mezcos I got were Ghostface, Doc Ock, which is still in a box, and then Biker Gomez, still in a box.
I briefly opened Biker Gomez just before we went on. Then I closed the box. Doc Ock, Classic Joker, and then there's another one I think in my pile of loot that should arrive tomorrow amongst a shit ton of Warhammer figures. And then I went and dropped some money on a what is it, a Grey Knight Paladin figure, and I'm very excited about that. I think it's a Paladin. It might not be a Paladin.
Jen, I'm older, so by like 2 months or something. Well, to keep it on. Oh wait, you're still doing
the hippity bippity.
Hippity bippity
bippity. Since I hear about you doing laundry with my sister. Oh, is that what you call it? Where I come from, we call it doing the hibbity dibbity.
Hibbity bibbity.
Hi to low. Grey Knight Nemesis Dread Knight. That's what I'm getting. So I'm excited about that.
Ooh, I finally got a shipping notification on my Papa Emeritus, the 4th figure from.
Oh, the Super 7?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, finally. After Pete said that they make electric little, like, hand drills, I went out and I bought one.
Yeah.
This one's bigger than the one you got, but this one has all these little tips and stuff. I'm very excited to use it.
If you need smaller bits, let me know. I found a listing that has everything you need. It goes like 20 listings of like beyond sub a 32nd of an inch.
Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, this one has I'm actually concerned. I don't like that they put them all in this little container. Because there's one in here that's really small. Like it might be a 32nd because it's so tiny. But yeah, I'm really excited for this thing. Rather than trying to print tiny ass 3D holes, I'm just gonna use this thing and drill into them. I am making something for Biker Gomez. It's just with the 3D printing calibration I had to do today, I didn't get it done. The first time I had tried to print it, it was coming out all fuzzy. So I went and did some 3D printing calibration, 3D printer calibrations.
Calibration.
Yeah, calibrations.
Rather than printing 3D holes.
Calibration.
I also ordered these LED strips for something else I'm working on for 𝗖ście𝗽𝗆𝘆𝗿𝗵𝗵.
What kind of calibration would you like me to have?
Jesus.
I like these little reference material all over the place. What was I going to say? Oh, I got 2 notifications from 5K. One for the third-party Bruce Lee, and the other one for Kaneda from Akira. Without the bike.
I think it's pronounced Canada.
Canada?
Yeah.
I think it's pronounced tariffs.
200.
Yes.
What was it? 200% tariffs, or is it just 50%? I forget what the psychopath.
I don't know what the fuck we're on even anymore.
I mean, yeah. At this point, I'm just full on alienating. Like, whatever. Sorry.
Hey, Jen. Yes, that is a proton pack and a PKE meter, and a ghost trap down there. Yes.
All right.
Jen's not even paying attention to the podcast. She's just looking at the background. She's like, "What's back there on this here?"
Do you like?
Is that an elf?
Daredevil's been really fucking good so far.
I even enjoyed the 3rd episode.
Yeah, 3rd episode was really good, and I remember you mentioned a while ago that when they were in the process of creating this season, they were saying that there's going to be like more of his civilian life and then like lawyer Matt, and I'm glad that they have that. Honestly, I thought that lawyer Matt, like Matt Murdock in court in the Netflix series, was fine, so I don't really mind them doing it if it's compelling and interesting to watch. And yeah, episode 3 was so good. I
wonder how he's going to deal with his own repercussions the next episode.
Dude, yeah. One of the other things that I really like about this season, and people are complaining about what they're doing with Wilson Fisk, but
Just keep going. Don't be ADD.
I'm paying attention to the chat while paying attention to you.
Yeah. We're doing
So
Wilson Fisk.
People are saying that they changed Wilson Fisk and they've ruined it. I'm like, no, this kind of is in line with what Fisk has been doing for a while now. It's funny though, because you have this great juxtaposition of Matt and Wilson both trying to play it straight, and they can't resist because Fisk is pulling strings in ways that harken back to his old life, and then Matt's kind of doing the same thing, but like, it's so funny to watch them try and prove to themselves that they can do without all that previous shit. And the way the first episode had them sitting down over coffee to just the gradual build that we're inevitably going to see break. And I cannot wait. I can't wait. It's so good so far. I'm really enjoying it.
So I think the first season is supposed to be something insane, like 20-something episodes.
I thought 18, yeah.
Yeah, and they're splitting it 9 now and then 9 for the end of the year. But they've already started filming season 2.
Yeah, I know.
A great strategy, by the way.
Yes, because it means it's not canceled.
Is that just a trap, or are you happy to see me?
So if you were to put one of those on stage next to a microphone with a band behind it, would you say that's a spirit box? Courtney, what? So yeah, these are figures I have next to me. Just a whole disheveled mess of shit. Then a whole fucking Godzilla, all these game statues, a whole shelf of Warhammer. It's not even half of my Warhammer stuff, and I have more on the way.
I'll get better about my display after this convention's over.
I need a house. That's really what I need. I need a house.
No, like I don't know if I want to keep the shelves here and then like move the acrylics on this side so you can actually see what's in those displays, like while I'm on live. But I really like watching TV and then just seeing the figures.
Yeah, I get that. I have stuff on my little. I have a thing I got from Wayfair a few years ago that I actually really like. That I use for my entertainment center. And I just have like all these little minifigures lined up under my TV, and then like my McFarlane King Shark is next to the TV waving. Like just all this stupid shit set up.
King Shark, do 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 do. King Shark, do 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 do.
I want the Red Rocket Mega Box set, but it's so much. I have all those little, well, not that one, but I bought all the little Mega Constructs, Brotherhood of Steel figures, and they're up next to my Godzilla statues.
So Jen, I have two little ones, and when I see the shiny spelt like that, I think of the hermit crab that sings his song in Moana.
That's why we say it.
It's shiny.
Oh, I also bought a foam cutter because I'm not going to make it down to where you live. It was $100, so I got one.
You spent $100 on a foam cover?
Yeah.
But you won't buy a new foam?
Foam cutter.
Oh, foam cutter. I thought you said phone cover.
Yeah, because I'm not going to make it down to you. Context much?
Sorry.
No, I was like, I'm not going to make it down to your place to pick that one up, so I bought one. Yes.
Are you coming next weekend to help with all the arcade stuff?
Is that next weekend?
That is.
Well, now I've made a mess. Now I've made a right mess.
We lost our producer because he was showing off his cool Ghostbusters stuff.
I made a mess.
Mm. Yeah, I'll make it down next
I
weekend.
made a mess. I made a mess.
I don't think I have anything going on next weekend. Like outside of that now.
Can you not hear me? Yeah, there I am.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Ignoring you, man.
I'll keep you updated because I am trying to
She
work
ain't give a
as
fuck
hard
about
and
you.
as fast as I can to assemble these arcades. So that way we're just coasting.
Okay, yeah, keep me updated. But yeah, no, I can make it down next weekend. That's not a huge problem at all.
So if you want 2 foam cutters, let me know.
Yeah, that's
Accurate.
yep. When I saw him with the whole thing with Barbara Broccoli, only time I'm gonna say it like that, by the way.
The only time
I
I'm
was
going to say it correctly, that's fine.
I was gonna say I was thinking like he looks like Dr. Evil this whole time. Like putting the scar on his face is generous. He looks like Dr. Evil.
It's Ernest Blofeld.
Yeah, it's Dr. Blofeld. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know he went to doctor school.
He is a doctor, you nice
Sorry.
person.
Well, I'm talking
Yeah,
about Bezos.
no, I know that, but that's Blofeld. That's not Dr. Evil.
I know, but I meant Bezos looks like Dr. Evil. I didn't want to make him.
Oh,
Gotcha.
Gotcha. That's cursed. Yeah, well, Hollywood Reporter did it. I'm just using it. So, yeah. So, I didn't even know this.
License to shill.
License to shill.
Yeah, it's the whole thing's messed up, and it's just him throwing a fucking tantrum. I'm sorry, I'm cursing so much tonight.
I haven't gone into a tantrum, but like, if the last good movie they ever do is No Time to Kill, I'm okay with that.
I haven't even seen anything after Skyfall, to be honest. Like I haven't seen Spectre. I haven't seen.
Spectre was good.
I haven't seen No Time to Kill.
This whole series might have been my favorite. Like
Daniel Craig. Well, they really looked at. They made it more serious. Like the whole Pierce Brosnan thing went further and further into seeing how many sharks they could jump, and then they were saying, you know what? Let's humble James Bond a bit, and they even mock it in Casino Royale when when he makes some quip about, he's like, does this also explode or whatever, and then the Q or whoever was playing the equivalent of Q at the time says no, it's just a pen.
Yeah, John Cleese.
Car doesn't have any rocket, like it doesn't have any special features. It's literally just a car and it has a defib in it. That's it. They did such a good job of really toning it down and making it more focused on dramatic and theatrical spy thrilling. And they added humor. Everyone's gonna know that you died scratching my balls.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm not feeling great about Bezos. He's a big 007 fan.
what
That's
pisses me
wonderful.
off is the way that Amazon's going to really whore out the license.
You're gonna overdo it. Yeah.
Bb and
You say
Wilson.
broccoli. I don't give a shit.
Wilson was her stepbrother's name, right? Last name.
Yes. Yeah. Wilson.
They did a lot to try and keep it kind of pure to what their father handed down to them, and I think they did a good job. And this really does go back to that more classic kind of feel. Exception with Quantum of Solace. That was the one I couldn't really care too much about. It was strange because it was a sequel to Casino Royale, but it was also, I don't know. That one was kind of strange for me. And even when I rewatched it, I was still ambivalent about it.
I think that's a great remake, Casino Royale, because technically it's a remake.
It is.
And I do want to add, and I know we talked about this last week, but I wanted you. I picked it on purpose because I wanted you part of it, Pete. But I
was trying to be productive.
No, you're fine. This is why I'm a bad producer. I completely ADHD reading your messages. The Bb family didn't always do it. It didn't always work out, but
no,
they really did. It's one of the few stories where they tried to do right by their father, and that was more important than any of the other shit.
Right.
In the children's eyes as producers. That was more important, and I appreciated that. Like I said, it wasn't always a hit, but that was their idea. Now that I mean Bezos, like, he's made money, so I get it, but like Bb essentially said he was an idiot. He's an idiot. And in his response was, give her whatever amount of money she needs to get the fuck out of here. So paid her to get out of here.
Without dwelling on discussed topics too much, my concern is that it's really going to water down everything, and we're just going to be oversaturated with yet another franchise universe that we don't really need.
Absolutely agree. There's no debate or anything that can be said that will make me feel any different, that this is all going to be bad. This is going to be bad.
You know what? They already have a Moneypenny backstory. They did it in Skyfall.
Yeah. And just to add, since this part wasn't mentioned last week, take an existing character or create a whole new character and make a different female character. James Bond doesn't have to be a female. I'm not always woke, quote unquote. That doesn't need to happen. But you can use a character that's in the universe, or can create a whole other character. Is all I'm saying. You don't have to change James Bond what he is, which is a womanizing spy, kind of a piece of shit. But you know, he's a weapon. You know what I mean?
So this next topic, this worries me,
and this is why the episode is named what it is. I already named the episode ahead of time.
Normal shit.
No, what's the new Mary Jane?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, sorry, but I need for you to explain to me why that's bad.
So this,
explain it to me like I'm 9, please. And I mean,
no problem.
Wasn't
Marvel's
MJ?
Yes, she was an MJ. Yes, but the thing is, from what I understand, is that Spider-Man 4 was supposed to be a grounded movie involving the Kingpin, involving Daredevil, bringing more of those ground level humans, kind of going back to form with Spider-Man as a whole.
The friendly neighborhood Spider-Man that we saw at the end of No Way Home.
Exactly. I was just about to mention.
Leading us on to think it should be.
But Sony, who has the rights to Spider-Man, wants their $1 billion franchise money. And so from what I understand, they're keeping this a multiverse movie. And there are rumors that are saying that Sadie Sink is going to be a couple things: an iconic redhead, Peter Parker's love interest moving forward for the next couple movies, and a notable character that's high on the roster list. So that worries a lot of people to thinking that she is essentially replacing Zendaya in a multiverse format. We're hoping that's not the case. Like, hopefully she dons a wig and she's Felicia Hardy when it's on, and when it's off, she's just a redhead.
Could you imagine if she became Black Cat?
I would love that.
That would be a really cool twist.
So
Just
where
leave
is
MJ alone? That's
where
my
is the
opinion.
official news saying that this is definitely happening?
This is not
There's no
definite,
official news.
All right.
but
So I was-
the breadcrumbs are iconic redhead character.
So
Love
for
it.
now, actors can, change their hairstyle and shit. So I can categorize this in probably bullshit.
As long as iconic redhead character isn't true, I don't mind if it's Jean Grey, if it's Firestar.
That's what I was thinking, Jean
Madeline
Grey.
Pryor, but don't do MJ, because you're saying love interest for Spider-Man, iconic redhead.
I
Check
don't
and check.
usually jump on that bandwagon of like, I'm not going to like this fucker. But I just want to say my piece and then I'll shut up about Spider-Man. The end of No Way Home devastated me so much that if they replaced her at this point, I will probably not watch the movie. And I'm saying that in a good, the end of that movie was such a fun ride and just such a gut punch at the end where they don't remember him. I'm like, you can't do that to me, and I will not sit around and watch it happen. I'm sorry. You can't. I can't deal. I can't. And that's all I have to say.
Otherwise, I'm super excited for Sadie Sink. Just don't let Sony ruin what you got going on, Marvel. Don't let them do it. Do the Bezos thing and pay them to shut the fuck up.
The problem is Sony is Sony.
God damn it. They just run things to the ground. Like I'm worried. The only thing they got going on for them is the Miles Morales animated Spider-Man, which they just delayed another 2 years or something like that, which is supposed to be immediate follow-up.
Well, that's because the guy who does the voice acting is fucking things up behind the scenes.
Oh, you're talking about
what's his face? Just
he was in the Get Down. I used to watch that show.
I don't know his name, but he was.
I got it right now.
What are you talking about?
We are talking about Shameik Moore.
The voice actor for Miles Morales in the Spider-Verse movies had a huge crush on his co-star Haley Steinfeld and was kind of awkward about it.
Who would?
Like, probably in like a bashful way or whatever. And then she got engaged and he was still awkward about it. And there was something else too. It's just a combination of timing, just him being a little bit awkward. And
I have an idea for you. Shut the fuck up.
But
it could be just be misinterpretation. Like he thought he was trying to be cool and it just came off awkward. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's what it could just be bad timing and everything. It doesn't look great. The optics on it, to reference Daredevil.
Why not like text him on the side and be like, "Hey, what's this about?" And then like retract it if you need to.
Then like leak the texts. No, kidding.
But yeah, no. Otherwise, I'm excited for Sadie Sink. Big Stranger Things fan.
It would be
absolutely going to shit on it. Why bother hoping? I hope not, because Marvel still has a lot of creative control as executive producer rights for it, I believe.
Sony, I think, is largely along for the ride when it comes to these types of things.
I also want to throw out there, for all intents and purposes, the new Ghostbusters universe so far has been fine.
We're talking about Marvel.
I'm saying it's Sony.
Yeah, Sony's also done a lot of other fucking good things recently, dude.
No, they haven't. Name one.
Batman.
Morbius was fucking amazing. Kraven the Hunter was fantastic.
Batman.
Madam Web.
Oh my dude, Madam Web. Oh my god. Why am I not watching? Fuck this podcast. I'm going to watch Madam Web right now.
You liked it. I liked it. Everyone else shit on it.
I didn't even watch it. I saw the first Venom movie and I was like, what are they doing? And I
Yeah,
haven't
I
watched
admit,
any of.
I set Matt up to just bring up Venom, and he totally threw a curveball at me, prick. Sony, well, Venom. You were like Batman. I'm like, no, come on.
Well,
My point is that I have faith in Sony a little bit. That was my whole argument. Okay, well,
They're 50-50. I don't know.
well,
I think they swing for the fences. They take a lot of risks where they don't need to.
last year they put out Harold and the Purple Crayon. It Ends With Us, which has done illustrious things for Blake Lively's career and Ryan Reynolds too. The Garfield movie, Dumb Money, which I've seen. Bullet Train. Oh, that's 2022. Never mind. I lost track of the list.
I'm just saying that the universes are I say Pete's about 50-50. Pete's right about 50-50. Although there's 5 Ghostbusters movies, so I'd say 70-30.
Sony put out fewer movies last year than I thought. I thought they were much more prolific.
Thank God. I'm not worried.
I was watching Battle Los Angeles earlier. That's a good Sony movie. It's a bad movie, but it's a fun movie. Anyway, what's next? We're off topic.
What did Ryan? Is Ryan Reynolds a piece of shit, or is that what just somebody said?
Ryan Reynolds is kind of a piece of shit. I saw a clip of a interview with Rebecca Ferguson when she was being interviewed about the movie Life, which she did with Ryan Reynolds and Jake Gyllenhaal, or Jackie Gyllenhaal. And Ryan was a dick on set, and he was like the number one grab in Hollywood at the time. And he was just a giant asshole to her on day one. And then day 2, she went out, she went to the director, and she said, I get him off the set while I'm doing my lines. I'll act to a tennis ball. And then they're like, well, we can't take him off set. He's the number one. And then she said, fine, then have him turn around. I'll act to the back of his head. He was just shitting on her line delivery and everything. So, yeah. Then there's also the whole TJ Miller thing, which I think kind of cleansed out in a way because TJ Miller is also apparently an asshole. But Ryan Reynolds was apparently a huge dick to him on the set of Deadpool. And
I don't think TJ Miller's that much of an asshole. And when this whole thing was happening, I was like, I don't know, there's something funny about this. And I kept my mouth shut because then TJ Miller did like go off the deep end before he went into rehab and then got help. But like he went nuts. So I was like, I'm just going to hang back, not say anything.
Gotcha. Okay.
And certain other people did interact with his burner account on Twitter that we're no longer friends with and was trying to say what a piece of shit Ryan Reynolds was. And we're like, no, Ryan Reynolds, we love him. And I'm like, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Or at least friction.
I'm just saying. And so the more that comes out about it, Becca said that the other night, it turns out Ryan Reynolds is a piece of shit. I'm like, well, that's what,
the movie This Ends With Us is a new Blake Lively movie, and the love interest, I forget his name, but there's a whole thing going on with him and her and Ryan and
Justin Baldoni.
What?
Justin Baldoni.
There's a whole cluster of shit going on between the three of them, and it's been speculated or even confirmed. I'm not sure exactly what. But Nice Pool from Deadpool and Wolverine was potentially mocking
a shot at him, yeah.
Yeah. So it's
Well, Sharon Stone has also come out and said something about Blake Lively, about her being the reason she was dropped from a movie. So yeah, it looks like 2 miserable people found each other.
Well, isn't the reason him and Scarlett Johansson divorced because of Blake Lively?
Yeah, I don't know. But when I look at, if you're at a very visceral level, if you're putting Blake Lively next to Scarlett Johansson, I would rather jump off my roof neck first into the parking lot than leave Scarlett Johansson. It's just at a visceral level. Yeah,
When I
Jen,
was
you
in
got
high
you got to
school-
love the Hollywood high school mentality.
When I was in high school and I saw Eight-Legged Freaks, I was like, "This girl's hot. Who is she?"
That takes.
I remember. Sorry, everybody.
I never try to see a movie outside of the Ghostbusters universe that says the name of the movie in the trailer.
I feel like you guys just
Like verbally.
you guys just stopped at Ghostbusters universe.
That's not true because I have lots of other movies. I have a wall full of movies. You dick.
That you haven't watched, because I know.
No. There's a wall full of movies and then a drawer full of movies I haven't watched. That's different.
Oh, this movie looks really good, but I gotta go finish watching Star Trek for the 18th.
One of those is Black Adam. Believe it or not.
Dude, just call him Adam, you dick.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
So this is an upcoming Mezco release.
Slides Annihilation across the table. Why do I know what that is? Yeah, this looks awesome, and I have no idea what it is. But
Annihilation,
this
was okay. I want to read the books because it's part of a trilogy. Like
I did buy Evolve,
Yes.
so we'll finally get that in. I was so excited when I saw it. Almost mint condition.
It's a lot
I
of
was
fun.
like, it's like $4.97. I'll be taking that. Thank you.
Marvel Legends, Mary Jane body.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, different head.
Do you think this was filmed traditionally?
Yeah, they do. I'm pretty certain they do stop motion for all their stuff.
Because it looks amazing. Oh, damn.
Yeah, Mezco doesn't mess around. They're very
When's this movie coming out?
well, Mezco is very much into the whole pulp era.
Yeah. Oh, this broad's dead. That
I
doesn't
didn't
look
actually-
anything like that.
I didn't
That's
actually
much more
look at
attractive.
what the figure was. I saw the email and I was like, "Oh, new Mezco coming out."
Oh, it's Alistair Gray and Green.
It's one of their IPs. They have a whole. They have all these little universes that they establish with their characters. Like there's Gomez, and all the different iterations of him. Then there is Baron Benz and the Aquaticons, and then there is the Void. We also have what's his face? Who's the Atticus Doom and Atticus Doom's nemesis, the goat guy, Bartholomew Vex. They have all these individual characters that they've created and just their backstories. And this is part of what started as Theodore Sodcutter, and it's just expanded to now have Alistair Gangrene.
I feel like Sodcutter should have been the estate owner, and Alistair looks like more of the groundskeeper, not vice versa. I don't know.
Oh, hold on.
I definitely don't agree. Alistair looks more like some sinister character. I think Sodcutter was a really good character to have as the groundskeeper. I thought that was really fitting, honestly. Just like thinking back to different
Oh, there you go, dude. Yeah.
stereotypical groundskeepers I've seen in shows like South Park and stuff. I don't know. It just really, it really fits for me. Like thinking of the old British kind of groundskeeper look.
Is Alistair already up? Gangrene?
No, Alistair goes live tomorrow.
Oh, because I could have swore I saw something before he clicked on Theodore.
No. There's a bunch of other there's other stuff in this universe that already exists.
Theodore Sodcutter. Oh, Baghead.
Yeah. The Gangrene Estates, it looks like. So,
That one's still available?
according
Oh, wait.
to-
It's not what I thought it was. Wait, what?
It's an alt Sodcutter. I really wanted those Graveyard Gremlins. Oh, that's open, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
that's cool. Oh, that is so cool. Man, I love original IPs. Don't tell me there's not original shit out there. There's cool stuff out there all the time.
We've talked about this before, but Mezco did a really smart thing where they start with licensed figures and then they started sneaking in their own IPs, and people
Yeah.
go fucking nuts for Gomez and all of their other characters.
You know, like this.
Can you go to the? Oh shit, that's AI by the way.
It is.
Yeah. It says Moscow on the bottom.
More like Dumby.
Can you go to like the full? Yeah. No, not the full picture. I'm sorry. The where it shows what it includes, like the accessories list.
Yeah, just keep scrolling.
At the very end. That's God damn it. I want those little things.
The little gremlin guys.
Yeah, little poop things.
They're literally pieces of shit. There you go.
No, go to the next one. There's another page.
Get it? Well, there's more than one page. Will you slow down?
I have the original release.
I like the hat. That was it.
Oh, it was just those. Okay.
I'm going to verify in a second, but I'm going to go. I'm going to use the slowest photo. No, there's more. Sorry. I'm going to zoom in on that real quick. This is awesome. It comes with all this?
Yeah. That's why it's such a high price tag, too.
It's not that high, though. That's a high price tag? $112?
I mean, yeah. I'd still pay for it, don't get me wrong, but
I mean, I don't know.
But when you're paying that much, you kind of expect that amount of accessories, the soft goods, all that stuff.
I'm so glad that company's fake.
Something interesting about Tangerine is that this is a soft body. The legs and arms are solid plastic, but her torso is soft, almost like a 𝗖cie body or a TV league, which kind of threw me off. But I'm just pulling this out. But like, she has a good amount of accessories in there. Mezco usually does pretty good. She comes with this little jacket and handbag. Then a whole assortment of hands and sunglasses and stuff. I'm really happy with this release, actually. Very Lana Kane vibes.
Lana! Danger zone.
This is this from the movie Flash, or is this based off?
It's the movie.
Oh, okay, so it's an easy pass for me.
I have a feeling this will still sell well just because people like Flash and
probably. I wonder if they're gonna cast it for Flash and James Gunn's DCU.
I've said it before. I said it again. I still think that Barry Allen from TV is a good choice.
No, I don't think Gustin Grant has the chops. He just cries all the time.
Grant Gustin.
Keith David. Who cares?
Kaiser Matt
Kaiser.
Just dox me then.
I don't know what you're saying. His name is McFleur Matt.
McFleur.
Idiot.
Let's see. Zack Snyder's Justice League. This looks awesome.
It looks awesome, but isn't this the third time they've done that?
The third time? That's generous.
No, this figure. Mayfix.
Yeah, I saw like maybe 4 or 5 other iterations of Mayfix before this one. And yes, Jen, yes, I do too. But I want it done by Zack Snyder just to be contrarian to what you said.
I was going to say, I heard a rumor when Michael Keaton was cast back in the Flash movie that the plan was to do a spin-off series with Keaton as the older Batman doing a Batman Beyond storyline. But that got ruined.
Because Ezra Miller is a dumb bastard. Well, I mean,
have you seen the movie?
No, it's. I have it in that drawer.
Okay.
I don't want to see it. The guy who directs it, he not a good director.
Yeah.
Keaton's permadead. So.
What?
Yeah. Permadead Keaton.
I just said I haven't seen it.
Spoiler alert.
Did you know that the last Ronin was Michelangelo?
You're
a whore, Peter. I don't want to be a whore no more. My whoring days are over.
I clicked on the wrong one.
Sorry.
Very upset.
Sorry.
It's in the drawer. You're not gonna watch it. No, I've actually. That reminds me. Before we go to the next thing,
Jen knows about the drawer.
she knows a lot more about me. So, my God, you guys got to stop doing that to me. What am I talking about? Oh, the drawer. So I watched. I went through the Abyss 4K set.
Yeah, but you've seen that before.
No. Whoa, boy! If you don't let me get to my fucking point, I wanted to shout out Disney because usually it's fuck Disney as a corporation, but I wanted to shout out Disney because they own 20th Century Fox, which is now 20th Century Studio, who put the Abyss out. It is one of 3 4K Blu-ray releases where the other one I have is the Godfather set, where they literally took the original menu and extras from the DVD and put it on there as a separate, not on a separate disc, as a separate menu on the extras disc. So they have a whole bunch of new stuff for the Abyss that they shot for this 4K DVD release, and then everything intact from the DVD special edition. Clips, pictures, videos, the electronic press kit is all on there. And I just say, that's one of my favorite things that not a lot of companies do is transfer the DVD stuff right over. So props to 20th Century Studios / Disney for doing it that way. The menu even works the same way as the original, just like on the Godfather set. Thank you. That was awesome. And of course, the movie looks amazing. But yeah, there was a whole point to it I was getting to. Now, if I could just figure out how to show you this next thing, I did it. Because I don't want to use my Instagram anymore.
So 6" Plus is working on a add-on for the Animetoys orc body to transform it into a larger Hulk. So he did a torso and chest piece to make him a tad bit taller and also work better with the head that he created for it.
Nice.
It's nice, but the price tag is like $130 on top of the $130 orc figure that you would have to buy. 6" Plus does great work. I'm not knocking that. I'm just saying it's a lot. It's beautiful though. I really enjoy that screaming head that he has there. The greedy face, the first one. 𝗂𝗲𝗄𝗏.
It's part of that's the kits they're using to
that's the orc, yeah.
Yeah, to do the custom on it.
Beautiful
I copied everything. Now it works. God damn it. Windows, I hate you. I'm gonna slowly start switching to Linux. Like, I'm not kidding. And that was the orc figure. So I made all of those, by the way. I made all those slides because I didn't want to use Instagram.
PowerPoint presentation by Dan.
Yep.
Where are the transitions, you clown?
Yeah. No, you don't pay me enough.
I want swipes on every one.
Nope.
Or waterfalls.
Star wipes. So we do star wipes only. And then there was this other thing. So I'm going to have to get you guys to tell me what it is, because I don't know what the fuck it is.
It's Guts.
Guts Berserker, I think his name is.
Berserk.
My love for you is like a truck berserker.
So this is anime.
You like to suck my...
I have not seen this anime yet, but here it is. This is a work in progress from Bro Toys. It looks cool. Nice render.
Oh, cool.
So it might actually just be called Tantrum since it's unofficial.
Oh, but don't watch Berserk because apparently Jen says Berserk is boring, and I can't put into words how much anime she watches, so I would take her word for it.
I don't.
I've been watching a lot of Dan lately.
I can't watch anime at all. I just can't. Fucking just.
So this thing, I still don't know. I don't know if this has been pre-ordered yet or if this is already out or what's going on here. I think it's still in progress because the hands are white and the rest of the body's painted. But then they have one with fists that the hands are painted. But as soon as this pre-order goes up, I'm in.
Who's putting this out?
I don't remember. I want to say Bro Toys.
Yes. Yes.
Stop making that noise.
I
So good.
don't like the feet.
I don't like when my printer makes weird noises.
That's gonna pair well with
That's
like, the
badass right there, dude. That's badass right there.
If you got your Gomas of death, get them ready.
Someone's gonna die. Hold on, I got more pictures.
That looks beautiful. That looks so good.
Yeah, it's got to be unfinished because of the either that or it's just weird light. Right?
So the anime that I watch is like more like historical. Like I really liked Blue-Eyed Samurai. I liked Onimusha because they used the famous Japanese swordsman instead of the original character.
I cannot wait for Way of the Sword. Oh, that game. Oh, they better do it right.
Dude, this is badass looking though.
See the fists? They look painted in this one. So
there you go. That's right. That's a badass look though.
Yeah. It's so cool. This makes me want to go back and buy the Mezco Crow just so I can have them side by side with the sun.
The Mezcro?
The Mezcro.
I hate you.
Why?
Not you.
Oh, the other you?
Yeah.
Still ask why.
Your puns are stupid.
What's stupid is the anti-Dan this afternoon. You didn't want to watch it because whatever. I watched sports anime, Violent Magical Girl anime, and Black Lagoon.
He was into Sailor Moon.
Oh,
she was into Sailor Moon. What was that last picture?
I don't know.
So in this display case over yonder, Sailor Moon and Ronin Warriors.
It was Peter Gabriel wearing the same tracksuit. Come on. You don't think I thought this through before I started this show?
You take a sledgehammer.
That's why I asked what it was.
Yeah. By the way, Genesis, even if I don't mention it, they get their way. They get their way. That's about his penis, you know. They make their way into every episode because it's this song. And I found my way around copyright live version. Live version of a song no one liked. Nobody cares. I found a way around.
Wait, how do you choose from their entire catalog of which nobody likes?
Well, no, I did it on purpose. I did it on purpose because it's a lesser. It's the album that they did without Phil after Phil left in '97, and I love that album. But like, nobody bought that album, so I figured if I find a live version, there's less likely to be a copyright hit on it because the song is in a lower key live. And I was right. It never gets nailed, never gets hit.
That's
bam. Very happy about that.
No, they're on to us.
Yeah, shit. Nobody's watching this. Nobody important.
The YouTube goddess. He's just sitting in his.
Yeah. The YouTube guys, they're going, "Oh, you think you're clever, huh?" Delete. I don't know who this is, but I figured somebody here be excited.
I don't know why this is so cool. Slaughter to Prevail, the lead singer Alex Terrible, they are making a statue of him fighting a bare knuckle.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know who I think the company that's making it is Berserker Studios. I think he mentioned it.
Sheep watches. They always watch. I don't know who that is. Do you know who Napalm Sheep is?
Do not.
I forgot Napalm Sheep. You're lucky.
Is it Napalm Death's pet animal? Okay. So Alex Terrible, singer, Slaughter Prevail.
Oh, that's awesome.
Dan, if you don't listen to Slaughter Prevail, I don't know if that's your cup of tea, but it's good stuff.
No, he would not like it at all.
Heck yeah, I've forgotten. I mean, to be fair, Napalm, I don't remember what I had for breakfast and ADHD and stuff, so it's not your fault. My friend toured with him. Oh, God. I'm kidding, QT.
Who's the friend? Is it like a band we know of?
Probably Ronnie Radke.
She's not friends with him.
Oh, good. The way she listens to his shitty music.
No, I know.
I
I know Pete is already in pain because
I just found out. I don't know how they're my favorite band, and I just found this out that they went on hiatus late last year. It's 𝗂𝗵𝗵𝗵, by the way, and then 𝗵𝗂𝗶𝗵𝗵 joined Ronnie Radke, and Luke Holland is their drummer. Like, what the fuck is going on? Luke Holland and 𝗵𝗂𝗶𝗵𝗵 are like gods.
Well, apparently they like to work with shitheads.
But I don't know if I should be excited for the next like Falling in Reverse album, because if they put one out, it's gonna be fucking great. I don't know. I don't like Ronnie Radke's music at all. Like, he's very pompous in his videos.
I would just, because he went to jail, so he thinks his penis is big or something. I don't know.
I mean,
I would like to talk you into not giving it a chance, since other my friends don't care that he's a actually transphobic piece of shit, kind of like
J.K. Rowling.
J.K. Rowling. That's actually transphobic, not just saying things on the fence. He's an actual cunty piece of shit. Pardon me. I get triggered by Ronnie Radke, and I would fight his skinny ass and punch him in his big nose if I was anybody.
But shouldn't we like?
My point is I'm not scared of it because he went to jail.
We should learn from 𝗲𝗡 and just be most excellent to each other.
Yes, I agree. Be most excellent to each other.
Hey, did you guys know they're gonna make a third Young Guns movie?
No. Why?
They're not young anymore.
The second one sucked.
I don't know. 𝗂𝗍𝗄𝗏 confirmed it recently.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm
Hey,
down to
Fox.
see Emilio back. Emilio.
Kate, what's that?
Christoph. I think that's a name. Christoph.
Oh, that's the name of the guy. I don't know who that is. Let me look that up.
Kretov?
I
He's
guess.
obviously friends with Alex Terrible.
Oh, I know who that is. Christoph. You say Christoph.
Hey, it's 𝗪𝗪𝗪, Google Doll, and Little Feet action figure.
Rebor Studios is doing frogs.
Yeah, I think I saw these ones on Big Bad Toy Store. Stop fucking clicking over there. It scares me.
Is that the Creality?
It's not really. It's just making normal noises. But
Jen, that's because he is literally Martin Sheen.
Yeah.
Is Johnny Resnick a frog? Is that what's going on? Can't believe I remember that name, by the way.
And I don't want the world to see me.
I can't remember any of the songs, so if anybody could mention one, that'd be good. I don't think that they'd understand. He does lasers. I love the way Kate said that. My friend who does lasers. It's a laser. These are awesome looking, by the way.
Take the laser. Speaking of Dr. Evil.
Laser. Is he sleeping?
I just wanted fucking sharks with freaking lasers on their head.
Laser beams attached to their head. And apparently that's a problem. So what are these for? They're just...
I don't know. These are ugly, though. They don't even look like good frogs.
Frogs are not cute.
I mean, the Budweiser frogs were cute.
Yeah, but they were fucking slutty little horse.
What about the Princess and the Frog? That was a cute frog. What about the Puerto Rican coquille? That's a cute frog. Bias.
Penny frogs are adorable.
Don't say the Peter Gabriel frog. Don't say the Peter Gabriel frog. Don't say the Peter Gabriel frog. All right.
What made you think that we would say that?
I was talking about me.
No. What in the corroded little brain?
No, I'm saying like mean. Don't say it. Budweiser frogs are ugly.
Its throat looks like...
Yeah. I did see these guys. These guys are on Big Bad Toy Store. They're probably on 5K and some other independent websites
Yeah,
too.
I think this is the 5K site.
What's the full price tag on this?
Oh, that's my cue.
59 plus shipping.
Yeah, so that's what? Yeah, that's $12 cheaper than, well, base price is $12 cheaper than Big Bad Toy Store, but you get that pile of loot shipping, or excuse me, flat rate shipping.
Oh, they look pretty cool. I just don't want to do them.
Dude, I have 3 fucking boxes of. I have a box with ants in it, a box with a big beetle, and then a box with a fucking giant wasp in it. What do I do with those? They sit in the pile.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
They sit in the pile. Dan thinks he's so clever.
No, I don't give a fuck if you
Dan
think
thinks
it's funny.
he's so clever. He thinks he's so clever.
At least I have a gimmick. All you guys are just generic as shit.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I'm gonna come in here and be loud and then yell at my printer and not like anything.
I wasn't yelling.
At least I like cheesesteaks a lot.
I like cheesesteaks too, bud.
Yeah, but you put ketchup on it and that fucking invalidates your opinion.
I also put spicy mustard on it. Because
that's going cross.
Spicy mustard is baller, yo.
We should eat cheesesteaks live and just butcher them in front of Dan. This is The Walking Dead.
I will delete
live from AwesomeCon. Dan kills himself.
I will delete the whole back catalog of this fucking show so quick. You have no idea.
It's fine. We'll reboot without you, you son of a bitch.
That wouldn't be the first time.
You can't stop Shadow Moses.
There's no other picture. Why did I do this?
Because it's likeness.
Yeah, third party. Yeah.
They don't have the license, so
that is the natural thing to do. Sam is making fart noises at the computer screen because she sees Matt, and that's what you did.
What happened?
So this is supposed to be Rick Grimes, zombie killer. Kraken Studio. I don't think I've bought anything from them yet.
I've heard of them. They put something I'm familiar with out, but
jump in the water. Come on, baby, jump in with.
Is it because he smells like farts, or does he fart a lot?
I don't know, but they should have covered up this face because that looks horrible.
It's just
this is how much I don't know about The Walking Dead. I thought that was an alternate Corey Taylor head. And I had to Google it because I was like, there's no way they're just going to put a Corey Taylor head.
You don't need to bother.
I mean, that's Stone Sour, but you're not that far off.
It's the same guy.
I know, but it's a different band.
I don't know. Okay, hold on. There, I got it.
All right, so this is apparently from the Whispers group that he was part of. Yeah. And apparently he died when he was a Whisperer, but they have a spin-off show with him in it.
Yeah, he's in fucking something with what's-her-face in New York City.
The Last of Us with
what's going on here?
Shut up.
That doesn't look a damn thing like Jeffrey D. Morgan. Is
I
absolutely.
think it does. I think it does.
If Jeffrey D. Morgan was hit by a bus,
if he did the movie Face Off with Tom Manganiello,
he has the hairstyle I want. That's what I'm trying to go for.
I mean, you know, it's the Elon Musk Nazi haircut.
Oh,
that's what it is.
You're ruining it for me, man.
It's also just like, you know, slick back, short hair.
No,
you don't have to go right to that.
There's a difference between short back, slick hair like Pete's doing and what Goebbels is doing. Slightly different.
Why do the Hitler comparisons with you?
I got Pete on that one because I fucking hate him.
It's a really good comparison. I'm not gonna lie.
Dan goes right to the Hitler comparisons again. Way to totally invalidate any opinion or anything you ever said in the existence of your life.
That's not how that works. When you're being a Nazi, I compare you to Nazis.
Can I do the
should I pick another Nazi? He's Christoph Waltz in *Inglourious Bastards*.
I was just kidding.
That's the bingo.
That's a bingo. Is that what you say? Did you say bingo? Bingo. Most nervous I've ever been at a diner. It's secretly Nick Cage. Exactly. Look, another
cool. Keanu Reeves wrote his own comic book, and McFarlane is making a figure on it.
This guy's awesome. Look at him. Dada.
What's wrong with Matt? He's playing with his toys again.
Are they doing faceplates for this?
I guess, right? That's one.
Is this the only picture?
Faces.
They do. They've done base plates for like a random assortment of their figures.
That's interesting. That's.
I'm glad Todd McFarlane can at least get excited about his own stuff. I don't care.
Nobody else is.
You know the diaper thing. Oh, okay. No, they're alternate heads, unless the hair comes off.
What were you saying about the diaper thing?
If the diaper was like soft, rubbery, like kind of Storm Collectibles plastic, it would elevate this whole fucking thing. Like, but it's not.
It would honestly, it would improve their stuff so much if that was just a little bit of a flexible piece there, but it's just this rigid plastic that keeps the figures from moving properly at all.
I know nothing about this. I haven't read the comic. I'm sorry, Keanu. Do love you though.
That's fucking.
Be most excellent to each other. Also love John Wick, which I just found out that who's that desperate housewife?
It down.
Marjolis?
No.
Eva Longoria?
Yeah, Eva Longoria. Apparently, she saved John Wick. Read the script, and they were underfunded, and she just wrote a check to them, and that's why she has an executive producer credit on the first movie.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Funny.
This Hermit Master realistic figure is this. Oh, this is by Play One. Okay, so I have their Darth Maul, which was okay. I think they did the other two that I got, which was Luke and Anakin. This is pretty cool because the face kind of looks like Guinness and Ewan McGregor. Right?
I mean Donald Sutherland.
So it's a good mix between the two. So you could kind of stick this on both shelves. So
Ewan McSutherland?
Ewan McSutherland, yeah.
Hello there. Hello there.
Oh,
Hello there.
the head sits a little short on the Darth Maul, in my opinion, but that's easily fixable.
Well, that's because that was also cut off.
You mean his legs, and that's why he's so short?
No, his head was cut off too.
He ends up getting robotic legs.
4 of them or 6 of them, right?
At one point, and then it's back to 2 later on.
Yeah, but they bend backwards too.
Yeah.
That's
But
what
his own blind rage for Kenobi is what ultimately kills him.
Because they're like, knees didn't work so well for you the first time. We're going to try a different thing.
I don't know. That seemed that to me with my bad knees, that's an upgrade. I'd take that.
You could probably jump like a mother.
Yeah.
A mother who can jump.
Look out, Oscar Pistorius's girlfriends all over the world are in danger now. No?
Did they connect him to his brother in Insidious yet? Or are they still waiting to tie those movies together?
I don't know what that means.
You know, he does have a brother, though, right?
Who?
Is it the yellow one?
Yeah. Savage
What are you
Opress.
talking about?
Darth Maul has a brother.
Darth Balls?
No.
What's his name?
Savage Opress.
Are you serious?
Yes. He's yellow.
He is yellow. Yep.
See, I don't know if you're fucking with me or not.
Not. Hot Toys put out a figure for him. Pretty certain. I don't know if Bandai did, but I'm pretty sure that Hot Toys put out one out for him.
He looks like Darth Maul's brother, but his head was in a press for a couple minutes. Like his name is Savage Opress. Because his head's fat and short. I don't know anybody like that.
I liked him better because he was he looked buff and like meaner, right?
I'd love to find a picture.
Not that Darth Maul didn't look like a little devil to start out
They're
with.
tan, not yellow. You just got yelled at, bitch.
Well, then, I don't know how he's so tan if he's always wearing a hood outside. So
yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, the sun rays something reflection. I don't know. This is the goofy show of the week month. This one. Oh yeah, look at that. Hot Toys did it.
That's a really cool looking.
That's badass.
He's got a robot arm too.
Does he? I was about to. Oh yeah, he does. Well, that's fan art. So
this Darth Maul family does not do great with limbs.
No, what happened to his father and stuff?
His dad was cyborg entirely.
He's just a head in a jar.
Yeah,
Future on Futurama.
He was a head in the jar with a battery in it.
So of all the characters,
How much? 75. Oh, I might have to get this.
Who's putting it out?
So this is I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a
toys.
Hold on. That's a good point, Jen. Sith in general don't do well with limbs. That's a very good point. Now that you're bringing it up.
Well, I mean, Luke got his hand cut off.
He's not
Yeah,
Sith.
but at the time he was considering becoming Sith.
Luke?
Yes.
Oh yeah, he was actually. He was like in the apprentice robe.
He wasn't considering becoming Sith. He was telling his father to fuck off.
In that movie, though, he was like, maybe I should suck that dick.
His father's dick? That's a whole other different movie.
Oh boy.
The Emperor's.
So Call of Duty, Ghost. Very awesome.
Not seamless. That's good.
But a versatile figure, nonetheless. Will fit in with your army display.
Thank you, Jen.
Well, Luke is dead now, so he ain't much of anything. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think that there's in the Star Wars climate. I don't think there's place for a third alliance. I think it's gonna be Rebel or Sith or Jedi or whatever.
Wasn't Ahsoka gray also?
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
We know.
They don't like
this. Is pretty cool, but is this goes from the remakes or the original? I can't really tell. It looks like a remakes.
I don't remember him wearing a blue hoodie at all. Points to Darth Revan.
I love Jen so much. Thank you for being here this week, Jen. Every Sunday, 8:00.
Do you have a Darth Revan figure?
Do I? I was looking around for it. Maybe I missed something.
I feel like if one of us does, it's Chris.
Chris doesn't collect. I've been trying to get him collect. Actually, Mayfex is releasing the Darth Vader that they should have released the first time. And I've been trying to give it to him, the Mayfex Darth Vader, and he won't take it.
Because he knows it's going to open that door.
Give it to him.
He knows it's going to open the floodgates.
I hope so. That's what I want.
Floodgates.
Oh, this is Chris's favorite character, Darth Revan, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Hot Toys did it.
Well, you'll meet Chris Saturday.
He's met Chris before.
It's in April, right?
Yeah, first weekend.
Thank God.
I think when we saw Endgame, I forget what movie it was.
Oh, yeah.
But he's met Chris before.
Did I see Endgame with you guys?
Yes.
I have to take your word for it. I don't remember.
You were next to me and you were crying, and I was just like, and you're like,
hold my hand. I want to love you.
I was crying next to you during Afterlife, but so were you.
No, that was Coke I spilled on my face.
Oh, okay.
You need to play SWTOR. Isn't SWTOR what they do when you call the FBI to somebody's house?
Star Wars: The Old Republic.
I was just joking. I was trying to make a very bad joke. Adventurers World Tiger.
No, because I got people that hate watch me that would probably do that, and if they shoot my dogs, I am going to kill people.
Dan Wick
Coke.
From Toys. So the company that does the orc and several other mythical creatures. They are releasing a tiger-based character, which is their second, because they released the one with the Raiden style hat.
I'm sorry.
Had like the cool.
I just looked over at my dog sleeping, and it's the cutest thing ever.
They have a fair amount of other figures. One of them is the Gorilla Prisoner, which I actually have.
Oh, no, that's furry toys. I was gonna
No.
say I think I have the alligator.
Oh yeah, that's 𝗺𝗲𝗃, whatever. I don't know. But yeah, kind of have a similar vein.
But I pre-ordered their goblins like almost instantly.
Yeah, I remember you were really excited about those.
Now I'm debating if I should have ordered 2, but then I got the 4 Horsemen one coming also. If there's a way I can cancel those and just go all in with the other one, do that.
Did you guys talk about? Well, did you guys talk about the dragon yet?
Yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah, fucking insane price.
I think we talked about it with you, no? 2 weeks ago?
No, it was the last week without him.
Which is fine. I mean, the gist of it is Ďarathor, whatever his name is fucking insane. It's definitely meant for people who are into that line.
Yeah, I can't do it. It's just the shipping and the taxes are going to be way too much.
No way. Yeah, no way in hell. It's for people who are all about it, and that's fine. Honestly, it's the figure gatekeeps. Unintentionally, it's a gatekeeping figure, but I'm a filthy casual when it comes to fantasy and such, so that's fine for me. To me, that's fine.
Yeah, you're not allowed to have feelings.
I don't need a 3-foot dragon, also, so
Fair enough.
This looks cool though.
It's also cool. A lot of what they put out is very cool looking. I'm not gonna lie, and their prices are pretty good, right? Because they have like swappable goods. They always do swappable hands. They always do alternate head portraits.
I would say it depends where you buy it. Unfortunately, as much as I love Big Bad Toy Store, they're typically more expensive with these third-party lines. So I would probably go to 5K or something like that.
Oh, now I get the comment. Kitty has a Froggo. Duh. Sorry.
Once you're paying attention. Ugh. Ugh.
It's a page puncher. No, it's not. No, it's not. It
Top middle.
Oh, you idiot. Sorry. I'm dumb.
Top middle, you asshole.
This is the Conan that a lot of people have been waiting for from Mezco. So they're finally happy.
I want the regular Conan, but I don't think they did the Arnold basic Conan, did they?
No, it's the comic version.
Yeah. I probably should have jumped on that, but nah, I'm all right.
This was
even if you didn't, he would, because that's what he does.
James Earl Jones turns into a snake in that movie.
Yep.
It's pretty fucking funny because they do the whole transition on screen.
Probably shouldn't have.
Probably.
But we wouldn't have it. So now we have that. So that's good.
But you also shouldn't give Arnold lines with words that have more than 3 syllables in it, but they still do that.
Hey, this movie was perfect then. Because he really didn't have much to say.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Crom!
Dude, they didn't speak Spanish back then, you idiot.
Look at him. Look at him.
Do you have these ready to go? Did you plan this?
No, I literally just took the pictures, sent it to my drive, and then downloaded it to my hard drive and then put it up. It took that long. That's why I'm a producer, sir.
Little puppy.
I'm fast. Look at him.
That's what she said.
And when he wakes up, he's going to terrorize his sister and myself. Oh, I can't wait to take his balls off at the end of the April. Be so happy.
Is that when he'll be old enough?
He's gonna bark. And there's gonna be
he's been old enough. It's just that he had those liver numbers the doctor was not happy with. Didn't want to put him under in case, and it's manageable now. But I'm gonna get a blood test before surgery and see if he's still good, because I'd rather keep his balls than lose the dog.
Yeah.
You guys got anything else? Because I'm out.
Oh, I thought I sent some artist stuff to talk about too. No?
It got pulled.
Oh.
You're talking about the guy that
it was Can't View Media, some bullshit.
I saw it. It was pulled. It was no longer available. Basically, a guy who's done oh, I can't think of the term, but
Style dioramas.
I thought he was just doing illustrations.
We must be talking about something different. I thought I sent Between the Devil and the Deep Blue Seas housing work to give him a shout out. And then
you sent. There was another guy who was having some financial shit going on.
Oh,
and he does artwork and sketches and such for people. And I was actually saying, like, does he do tattoos? Because that's a much more prolific area than something so niche. And I was thinking if he could do like tattoo art, that might be a good way for him to find some way to do commissions or just some art and get some money for it while he's having a bit of a hard spot. But that was one of the posts, if not the post, that got pulled down. So I can't remember any of the information from it, unfortunately. Just that was like a week ago.
it was just a week ago. What was I going to do? It's going to do this.
Why don't you show us what you're working on? There you go.
Oh, yeah. So I went back to the drawing board with the diorama stuff a little bit. Originally, there's a lot of holes on the back, which is great for options and all, but do you really need that many holes? Some might argue yes. But also no holes on the side because I wanted
Never enough holes, Pete.
Holes
Never
on the bottom.
enough.
So this is prototype 5, I think I have it listed under. There's been a lot of changes to it. Since I got stronger magnets and since I want to make this like a Lego set, essentially, I've been trying to revisit the idea a little bit. So I put pegs on the sides. So now you could snap in cleaner edges or do a corner piece. And what this is hopefully meant to do is when you plug it into the larger base, which will look like this, it'll have singular pegs into each area. So you can plug the floor in tightly. Now you could put like a scooped in like corner for the sidewalk if you wanted to down the road, and it'll stay in place instead of just sliding in front of the diorama. I don't know what I was thinking about that. But essentially what I want to do is make it like Lego pieces where you could build up. And the new flooring piece will kind of look like that. So it's basically this model, but those pegs on the side are meant to line up with the future side of the piece so it can snap in. Offering a sturdy diorama that you could build up and build down. We've already designed a piece to make it go up. We've already designed the pieces to make it go across. So this will help, kind of expand on that a little bit. So it'll be pretty cool. We'll see.
It's so tricky. One of the other messages in this conversation is how, I don't know if that chat to the left is all private, Dan.
Oh, yeah. Let me turn that off. Boop.
Or Pete. It's so tricky to figure out all those different systems and everything because, like, I'm doing some stuff for Dead Space and just kind of figuring out how I want it all to come together, and it's just it's such a pain in the ass. And then you have to think about the way you have to print things and orient them when you're doing it. And yeah, I ordered some lights off online that I'm hoping will suit my need. There's some LED strands. I don't even remember exactly what I bought. I might have used some kind of light that people would use for Lego sets to incorporate lighting into like their modular builds. But yeah, it's so crazy because figuring out how you want walls and floors and all that shit to interlock, yeah.
It's funny that you said that because I was just thinking about, like, while you were talking about it, like, you're going to snap this in place, right? And if you want to put the build-up peg here to make it go higher up, do you switch the orientation of the floor so it goes, along the side of it, or does it go, like, flush with it? So essentially, the first idea was to have the pegs like this. So should we modify that to go with the rest of the floors to the side?
I mean, you also have to look at structural strength and see what you could.
Well, then the answer is definitely that, right? So then you want to put them like that.
Right, but that can't hold a figure on it.
Yeah, it can. It's gonna be 3 holes by 3 holes. So those 6 will hold. If you do the 1, it's not going to hold, right? So you kind of want it like that.
Right, but if you just have it like that, a figure can stand on that without any other support there. We're talking about different things, I think.
We are talking about different things. It's okay. But the idea was, because I do these broken walls also, that eventually you could build those up and then flip the wall around and have it like supported this way, right? So that way you could essentially have like a battle scene where they're fighting through the floor for photography or display purposes. But the point of this is just to be able to quickly put up a diorama and be able to store it when you're finished with it, because they lay flat and store it. Just very nice and neat. So we'll see how that works. I'm still working on it. The magnets that we use are now like the top of the line, strongest ones. And what this little clear test was for, which I showed earlier.
What do you have on your head?
Me or Dan?
You.
Oh, I have a headband.
I didn't notice anything until I saw it by your ears. I was like, what the hell is he wearing?
Yeah. It's to keep, because so I went to the barber shop and they made the line uneven. So for the past like 4 months, I've been growing this area out to make it even again. And it doesn't stay back. So this helps it stay there.
I envy everything about your hair.
Thank you.
Just saying. But anyway, do me a favor. When you're clicking the pieces, go like further, closer to the microphone. I want to hear everything that's around.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well,
no, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
This was a thickness test that I created. Basically, it was to test the strength of the magnet. And I think I determined that 1/8 still works. So what that allows me to do, you can kind of see it.
It works if it's dummy thick?
Yeah. So what that does is, this originally was only a 30-second between the hole's top end and the top of the wall. So if light were to shine through it, you could actually see where the holes were coming through. Increasing it to 1/8 will help reduce the light that's able to shine through it, which is a huge benefit. And then you're going to have the holes on the side, so it allows more customization opportunities. Again, this is just a sidewalk piece. This is what the tile floor used to look like, but now we're using a graphic decal, which looks so much cleaner and so much easier than paint. And the broken walls. So we do have some variety that we're trying to push out. But yeah, other than that, I'm working on the water tower, which is not being printed out yet because I'm trying to get ahead of the arcade stuff before the weekend comes. And then I was told that my Cobra 3 should be shipping.
I haven't heard anything from them, actually.
I think I messaged them directly, and they told me
okay.
the 20th is set to go out. If it gets here and I'm able to set that up in time, I really want to redo the phone booth, right? So it'll be the same setup essentially. And with this piece on, see, this is the bad part because I've already forgot how to put this on so this line goes in the back right here. So essentially what I want to do is I want to print it like this. Am I putting this on wrong? You know what? I am taking too much time.
I like the ASMR of the toys pieces going together. So keep going.
No problem. It's just,
I'm serious. I love the sound of the clicking. I love it. So keep going.
If you listen very carefully, you can hear the pieces snap together.
Hey,
next weekend, we get Pete to click them together in a kiddie pool.
Next weekend, he'll be wearing a bikini top and bottom in a pool, in his bathtub, with a soundproof wall. And there's no, yeah.
And a pickle Rick.
We're gonna call him. We're gonna call him Emmer Pete.
Oh, here we go. I figured it out.
I almost broke Matt on that one. I'm sorry.
You didn't really almost break me. I gave you a little more than I should have, apparently.
Yeah.
So the other thing I'm trying to do is the thickness test here. So what I hope to do with the Cobra 3 Max is, because it's a multicolored printer, is do this print in a translucent color. So it'll be like this. And then you'll print it all in one piece, which will allow me to do bigger holes up top for a sturdier click. And then we'll just keep the lines up here to be able to slide the decals in. And then when I'm printing this piece, hopefully the goal is to do clear in between each passage, right? So that way I could stick our vinyl sticker on the front of those. So you get the cleanest, easiest print to do. And this will be great because then you'll be able to put the light in here. Everything will be one piece. You don't have to worry about anything breaking, anything flaking off. My biggest issue with this original design was that I was using a laminated piece of paper, and it would tend to bow, which doesn't always want to work well. But if it's on a printed flat back, you won't have that issue, which is amazing. So that's what I'm looking forward to. And if I can get one of those out just to display at the con, I'm happy. But I also want to do that with this. So this is a really cool idea. It came out great. The only thing is this bows in the middle because it has a similar open window support on the bottom. So I'm using double-sided tape or not double-sided tape because this is vinyl, but it's basically sitting on this open frame to allow the light to shine through. Again, if I did a very thin layer of plastic right there in clear, it would eliminate all the issue and make it the cleanest print that you can get. And if it works the way that I'm hoping it works, that'll be the move going forward. I haven't designed the ATM machine for that very reason, because I want to do the cleanest possible. And I'm always thinking about how do I slide this decal in? Well, I'd remove that because now I'm able to slap a sticker on there. And that's pretty much all I got, man. That's really how the only thing I can think of right now what I would use a multicolor printer for.
Honestly, there's certain applications that I'm interested in using it for, but I'm also just kind of, because I got the colors that came with it, the original Pantone 4. What?
This is for Dan.
Oh. I got the original Pantone 4, and I had nothing to print in those colors, so I'm just kind of using those to mess around with different prototypes and shit. Just kind of burn them. But also, this aged filament that I'm using that prints shittily, it's also decent for prototyping and just kind of whatever.
I just thought of something. Don't you have the Cobra 3 Max also? Or the Cobra 3 Ace?
Yeah, I do.
Why don't you put your old filament in there? It's supposed to dry it out and fix it.
Will it actually restore it?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a dehumidifier or whatever it is. Dehumidifier.
Well, because the filament gets brittle as it sets out. Will this actually improve its quality, or I don't think it's gonna. I was thinking about that earlier, but I was thinking no, it probably won't change anything. And also, the Ace is cool, but as this filament is already brittle, the Bowden tubes on that thing are 12 inches long. So
yeah, fucked.
Yeah.
So
that's the other reason I didn't do that, actually, because I was considering that, and then I was also thinking it snaps too easily in the Bowden sometimes, and it's not. I didn't think it was going to actually improve the integrity of the filament. So to me, the open ones, and I have like 5 open spools, they're just kind of a loss right now. No, I'll use them for prototyping and seeing how shit comes out and whatever. There are ways that I can use them. What wording would you have on the top? Can you request the wording? Oh, phone booth, I'm guessing.
Oh, we already...
I'm guessing. I don't know if he actually...
Yeah. Originally it was going to say Shadow Moses phone or something like that. We are sticking with telephone. And it's going to be in this blue font. It's going to be basically very similar to this. Very small Shadow Moses logo. But, yeah, it'll go in between. It'll just say telephone all the way around. And then this one will say phone. Because we didn't want people to not want our stuff because it said Shadow Moses in big letters versus the function of the booth that it is. The telephone. Right. Yeah. But I am branding them just to make it look like that's the company that owns the booth, kind of like Verizon or Bell Atlantic or something like that. But it's small. It's actually going to be very similar to this. Just kind of to the side. No, unfortunately, we don't do customs anymore, which includes things like that.
Yeah, I used to, but that was yeah.
Yeah. What I try to say is it took a lot away from what the things that we really wanted to focus on. And that was basically creating new toys or items for everybody else. There was about 4 or 5 requests that I had, and keep in mind, like at the time I was an amateur Photoshop artist, and I still don't consider myself a master by any means, but but those would take like weeks to do. I know a telephone request like this would probably be much less time, but it's just, it would take away, like right now we're gearing up for a con. We're working with our partner program, which is 𝗬𝗚𝗚1975. We're working on the pipeline of trying to design dioramas. So any commissions outside of that would set us back a little bit. We're trying to go full steam ahead. Trust me, Bogart, you're going to love it. I promise.
Also, just want to do a quick shout out, being that you mentioned Chad. Shout out to the franchise art on his recovery. He just had his surgery. Glad to see that went well, and he's on his way home to recover. You have something else? What?
Yeah, I was going to make a recommendation I just thought about. They are going to be vinyl stickers on those plastics. You could just rip it off, and if you have a printer at home, I can send you the dimensions of what we're using for the banner, and you could print it out and just use like a soft glue surface on there, or double-sided tape, or one of those two to stick on there firmly, and that should work out just fine. Yeah, that's it. But yes, Jerry, speedy recovery, my friend. Maryland native.
Yep.
DMV.
Yeah, he's been a lot more active on Instagram. I think he was posting stuff every day, just different stuff he was drawing for himself, and I think maybe some work-related stuff. I can't remember exactly because I'm only on Instagram so often. But yeah, glad to see that things seem to be doing okay for him, and his surgery seems to have gone well. So
I love his style.
Hoping this recovery keeps going well.
I love.
Yeah, he is a very unique illustration style.
It kind of reminds me of when Man at Action, I want to say, was doing the DC Universe animation for a while. Man at Action, I don't know if it was Man at Action, but they were doing the Ben 10 stuff.
Okay.
But they were doing the DC stuff before that.
That's it. Yeah.
Was it Man at Action?
Well, I was thinking Ben 10.
No, you're right. It does make me think of that too, actually.
Yeah, the really super big torso.
Mm-hmm.
I love that style so much. That's a great picture. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Glad he's doing well. I hope it
keeps going that way. Yeah.
I was gonna say I hope it's a step in the right direction, because fuck that, man.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. I had my wife break it down to me. She's a nurse, so she was telling me exactly what dialysis entails.
Yeah, it's a process. My grandma was going through that. Or no, she wasn't. She was at risk of going through that, and that would have been what killed her if something else didn't do it before that.
My stepfather had to go through it, brought on by heroin. Yeah, he was a diabetic who had 2 heart attacks before it, and he got into heroin during Vietnam, and got back into it after 2 heart attacks and being like the worst diabetic ever, and he went dialysis, and that eventually killed him.
I believe in a thing called love.
Well,
heroin.
I was just thinking how the conversation was devolving into darkness.
Yeah, I was about to say, on that note, everybody have fun and be responsible tomorrow. It's St. Patty's Day.
Be excellent to each other. Drink room beer.
Don't drink and drive.
Don't drink and drive. Don't do that shit.
Usually there's like Uber or Lyft discounts tomorrow, so yeah, do those.
And even if there isn't, use Uber and Lyft, please.
Just pay. That's cheaper than the other potential things that could go wrong.
Like
if you're part of the chat, or if you're watching this after, list what drink you're planning on having tomorrow to celebrate. I'm more looking forward to corned beef and cabbage. No,
I was reacting to something in the stream.
I was about to say, damn.
We made it so far.
Made it so long. That was a record. We're 2 hours and 1 minute, and then the spam came in.
Jameson. Oof.
I'll never forget. The beginning of the end of my drinking was the early morning of St. Paddy's Day, 2010. I had to put my first dachshund Charlie down. No, Albert, you're fine. And I went right from that to Finnegan's Wake for the Preston and Steve morning show for St. Paddy's Day, and my friend's like, "We're gonna still go. You need this." And he started me off with an Irish car bomb.
I used to love
those. Yeah, I loved it too. Not at 7 a.m. Woo! That was also the year I met Ryan Dunn.
Oh shit!
Yeah. I'm standing there. We're all drinking at the end of the bar, watching the show. All of a sudden, anybody see Casey? Just puts his hand on my shoulder. I turn around, fucking Ryan Dunn, just standing there looking for Casey, who was the producer, one of my friends and producer of the show. And we started talking, and he just said, "I'm sorry, I'll leave you." I was like, "I'm sorry, I'll leave you alone." He goes, "No, most people want to fight me, so you can talk all you want." I'm like, "All right, sweet." So we just sat there talking while we were waiting for Casey to come get him. And you know what? We're just gonna leave it at that. We're not gonna end the show on a downer. It was the same year, trust me. It was months later. But yeah, he was a super nice guy. He was just happy that was in the midst of To Keep It Light. He had moved on from Jackass, and he was doing this show it was on G4, Proving Grounds, co-host. I forget her name. The show was hilarious, and you could tell he was happy because he wasn't going to die. He wasn't doing stunts that might kill him. And he was having a good time. And not 2010, 2011. This was all happening. 𝗀𝗄𝗆𝗆𝗆. It was a great, like the
Greek yogurt?
Yeah, like the Greek yogurt. It was a Mythbusters kind of knockoff.
I remember she used to host like the gaming shows, right?
Yeah, that was it's on G4. Yeah, it was G4. She moved on from that and did this. And she they would come up with a concept like, let's see if we can actually do this, like Mythbusters, and the show was great, and he was having a good time. He was having a good time instead of worrying about Bam pranking him or him falling off a high-rise building or breaking his wrist doing a stunt. It was a good time. Good show. If you can still find it, and it is out there if you look, I have the whole series burned. G4's Proving Ground. Great show. Miss it right now. And that's it. That's all I got. That's all I have personally.
I think I'm good too. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you guys enjoyed the show, if you want to hear more of our thoughts, tune in every Sunday here live at YouTube, or head to shadowmoses112.com to add our accessories to your collection, or slide to our Instagram to see our current projects we're working on, which is a ton. I update it as almost daily. Remember, 2.5 figures are for kids. You guys have a great Sunday and a safe St. Paddy's Day. We'll catch you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.